Some of the free reward champions that you get in Raid are just absolutely bloody terrible, but that doesn't mean that there aren't some gems in the pack as well. Some champions that basically every player, when they pick up these champs, is almost definitely going to build them out, right? So what is up, guys? This is Cobb, and welcome to my picks, at least, for, I think it's going to be like the top 6, maybe 7 best possible freebie champs that you can look to build out in Raid Shadow Legends, man. Champs that basically everyone is going to look to build at some point, especially as a free-to-play player where your options are going to be a bit more limited, man. Before we get to that, hey, if you're looking to start off a new Raid account like I have with my second free-to-play account and you want to join me in my free-to-play adventure, then make sure to go ahead and sign up to Raid using my beginner promo link down below, man. It's going to get your hands on 4 free epic champions and just an unimaginably awesome start to your new Raid account. And yeah, get it done, goddammit. Just make sure that you're signed out of Plarium Play on your PC, man, before clicking that link and signing up again with a fresh new account, man. Otherwise, yeah, you might not get your hands on all of those saucy rewards. Okay, so the very first champ that I'm going to cover here, man, is a champ that isn't spotlighted quite enough. It is the 270-day login reward champ, so a little bit of a long-term freebie login champion here in the form of Physics the Unbowed, but frankly,
10 hours later.
The next pick, which is another often slept on pick, dudes, make sure if you haven't already to, oh my Jesus Christ, no way, no. And you guys would have been telling me the whole time. Oh my God. It's because I have to have OBS minimized while I'm shooting the videos, so I can't see. It was going so well. Tell us about Haikatun again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to now. Alright, so starting off with the good old login reward champions do-over style, man. Let's do all of this again, shall we? Good old Physics the Unbowed is gonna be our first call out for, honestly, a champ that's just insanely awesome, especially for the free-to-play players out there. She just solves so much stuff on your account. Even for the casual players too, right? Not everybody plays Raid every single day on their account, logging in 2-3 times a day to blast all of their energy and all that good stuff. Progression can be slow. Physics comes in and just takes care of business with a double hitter A1 to help you out into the likes of, well, 10-meter control into Spider can be fine. 10-meter control into Fire Knight is obviously going to be the main use for this, but honestly, it's just a great AoE all around. She brings AoE attack all enemies, decrease speed debuff that also places an ally protection buff as well on a 3-turn cooldown on her A2. Just amazingly, awesomely useful everywhere. Fantastic stuff. And then, of course, ally protect as well, going to help you advance in things like Ice Golem if you don't have a good ally protect champion for that. And then she also brings AoE provoke and shield buff on herself as well, again on an attack all enemies. Can be good into Hydra. The fact that she's void affinity means that she can't weak hit with this skill, so the provoke is going to be very reliable into Hydra. You do have to be a little bit wary of the ally protect getting her killed into Hydra. The damage can be very brutal indeed, and so if she's going to be soaking all of that damage for your team into Hydra, she's going to need some pretty damn excellent artifacts equipped in order to survive that dam, and also some strong healers on side as well, right, to keep her up. Besides that, yeah, faction crypts, don't worry about that aura ever again. She's got it covered. She's just amazing everywhere into basically all forms of wave content. Physics the Unbowed is fantastic. The only reason that I think that she's often not covered in lists like this one that we're covering right now is because you get her so late on, right, at 270 days. If you got it like a couple months earlier, like, oh my God, she'd be like Seal of the Drakes tier, you know what I'm saying, where a lot of people are recommending her, particularly for free-to-play players to pick up. Next champ we're going to be covering is going to be actually a campaign farmable champion. You know her, you love her, she's extremely scantily clad. It is good old War Maiden. Campaign farmable. You can book her out as a result completely for free just by blasting the hell out of stage 9 campaign. Every drop of War Maiden that comes along, you pump back into War Maiden to rank up her skills. And her skills are well worth ranking up as well, man, with this A3 being the only rare champion skill in the game to apply a 100% land rate, strong version of decreased defense on a 3-turn cooldown. Very good stuff indeed. You can level her up to 50, you can take her up to 60 if you've got no better options for decreased defense, and I feel like just everybody has at least a level 50 War Maiden. Basically everybody, and if you don't, you probably should, given that she's just so useful into faction wars and secret rooms and stuff anyway. There's a slim chance that you pull a better option for decreased defense than War Maiden before you have time to build her out to level 50, but there you go, man. If you haven't already, she's just an incredibly valuable champ for just increasing your kill speed against waves, bosses, all that good stuff, and you still get use out of her, even when you eventually replace her with a better option in more niche content anyway. So, continuing to blast on, back to the login reward champions, we have, not Yaga, Jesus, what a misclick, we have good old Haikatu, man. There she is in all of her glory. I'll tell you what, man, this champion is slept on like crazy, especially if you don't happen to pull a champion like Apothecary in your early shard pulling events. Why is she so good? Well, she's just a free source of 10 meter fill and strong vision increased speed buff. It only takes one lucky epic skill tom to go into this A2 to book this skill down to a 310 cooldown. Amazing, amazing stuff. So if you get lucky with your skill tomes, you don't have to spam a load of them into her. You can just get it to land on this A2 and then you don't have to worry about it ever again. And she's good to rock and roll. She brings a decreased speed on the A1 as well. Can be pretty useful into Fire Knight. She brings an AoE decreased 10 meter as well on the A3. Some competition for Haikatu is going to be Diabolist, which is another farmable champion that you can grab for free by farming the campaign stage 12. Diabolist can drop, she can give you the increased speed buff, she also brings some good 10 meter manipulation as well, so she rivals Haikatu in that sense. But what Diabolist is a great champion, by the way. I'd recommend building her out to level 50 all the same. I think she's a great little demon spawn champion. What Diabolist does not bring, however, is this super powerful aura that Haikatu brings. Increase ally speed in all battles by 19%. The value of this is unbelievable, right? If you didn't start off with Sun Wukong on your account, you're going to need this speed aura in Arena. You're probably going to need the speed aura in likes of Tag Arena for a long time anyway. You're also going to be using the speed aura in things like Fire Knight and Spider's Den, where it's imperative that you are fast as hell against the boss. It's going to be useful into Dragon also, you know. It should be useful everywhere, pretty much. It's just a great aura to have in the early game. Auras like that are very hard to come by. Haikatu brings it, man. Again, you can just level it to level 50 and she can do a totally fine job for you. I took mine up to 60 on my main account. I still use it in some areas to this day. Don't regret it at all. Hey, man, before we continue on, make sure to go ahead and use good old promo code GameLeap, which is above my head right now, man, to get your hands on free energy refill, 10 free experience brews, and 100,000 silver. Good old promo code GameLeap, man. If you have used it already yourself, then make sure to share it with your clanmates, man, and help your brothers out a wee bit. Okay, moving swiftly on to good old Sill of the Drakes. Yeah, another free login reward champion. You grab this Sill action after 6 months of game time. Login reward. This is another one of those champions that, similar to Physics the Unbowed, can just solve things on your account. She brings a little bit of 10 meter decrease and decreased speed again on her A1, which is great. She brings an excellent wave controller skill on her A2. It's a double hitter, attack all enemies 2 times with a 35% chance booked of placing stun for 1 turn. Very nice. She also brings a revive on a 4-turn cooldown that also places ally protect on the target. Very nice, man. She's also quite stable too, being a defense-based champ. She's nice and survivable. All you want to do with your Sill of the Drakes is get her moving as fast as humanly possible and have just enough accuracy to be landing her stun. That's it. Why do you want to go as fast as possible? Because of her passive. Every single turn heals all allies by 10% of their max HP, also places an increased speed buff on a random ally for 2 turns as well. And so for me, on my account, when I eventually got Sill of the Drakes, dude, I didn't have like a single healer. I didn't have a single healer built out, man. I was like this close to maxing out a Wood Painted and putting her in a reflex set and just using her as a healer because it was like the only option I had. Thankfully, I pulled Sill of the Drakes quite soon after the fact. Wood Paint is quite good, by the way, but Sill of the Drakes, just a very economical healer to build out. You don't even have to spend skill books in her if you don't want to, if you just want to use her purely for heals. Yeah, just a great champion. The revive is always going to be useful into likes of faction wars and stuff like that anyway, so you might as well build the gal out. Next up is going to be a champ that is deceptively, I want to say deceptively quick to get your hands on. As soon as you're farming the lowest chests that you can from Hydra clan boss, right? As soon as you're hitting the lowest chests available from Hydra, even just the novice chests, even if you can only get these, start farming the crap out of them and getting your Mithrala fragments, which don't drop for me anymore because I have the champion. But as soon as you can start getting your Mithrala fragments, start farming those up. You might be surprised at how quickly you can actually farm her up, particularly if you have like powerful clan members who are actually killing the Hydra heads, and so you're getting double chests from Hydra. That's very lovely to have. Oh, I obviously can't show the fusion. She's going to be in the Dark Elves faction, and yeah, this is just an unbelievable champ. I mean, she brings so much to the table, dude. I gotta tell you the truth. The main reason I was excited about Mithrala Lifebane was putting her, or switching her I should say, into a regeneration set, and then just having a solo Scarab King in Doom Tower at the highest difficulties, man. Because she can do that with her A1, right? She's tanky enough to get it done. She comes with a lot of, she's not a defense-based champ, but she comes with a lot of defense, pretty good health, Poisons on her A1, very, very nice. Regeneration set into Scarab King. She can take care of business and completely solo that boss. But more so than that, man, she's just going to be good everywhere, man. She's great into Hydra, attack all enemies, plays Hex debuff for 210s on all Hydra heads. Lovely, lovely debuff to bring. Also plays Strong Version, increased defense, and increased attack on all allies for 210s as well on a 310. Very, very nice indeed. Then she brings some debuff cleanse as well on the A3, strengthen buff, and a shield buff for 30% of this champion's max HP on all allies for 210s as well, also on a 310. She's crazy as hell. The survivability, the utility, the range of use for Mithrala. I think she's one of the only like actual 5-star champions in this game where she could actually be rated 5 stars basically everywhere in the game. I mean, she's that excellent. In addition, you just build her with extremely high accuracy, and accuracy, I mean, reads like this: increase this champion's resistance. The amount by which it increases is equal to the amount of accuracy this champion has. That means that she's damn good into arena as well. She's damn good into PvP as well, because frankly, she's never going to receive debuffs ever. You just build her with like 500 accuracy or whatever. It's like something stupid, more even if you can. And she's basically debuff immune. That's pretty much it, you know. Her range of utility is absolutely unbelievable, and it's a huge, huge milestone for your account when you eventually do get your hands on good old Mithrala Lifebane. And speaking to that fact, 2 additional massive, massive milestones for your account in terms of free champions are going to be the champs that you can fuse. Specifically Lady Mikage, insane. These ones kind of go without saying. I'm not going to spend too long on these. I don't actually have Mikage yet on this account. I'm lacking one of the Void Rare champions. Never seen a Centurion in my life. And I'm also still lacking Fairgun Isbail. Even though I pulled so many Prism Shards to try and get her in the last Prism Shard pulling event like a month ago or something. Trying desperately to get this goddamn champ. Last little component that I need, man, to get this fusion all up and on the road. But yeah, Mikage, absolutely insane. Really not going to cover her kit because she's a mythical champion and it's like 17 skills that I'd have to cover. And I just don't really fancy doing that, man. Another champ that's going to be super, super long term and is still going to be amazing to this day to get your hands on is going to be Lydia Death Siren. Can't do a list of best free champions without at least touching on Lydia Death Siren. Who's going to be the final reward for completing your faction wars, right? A1 has a chance of placing fear, poison sensitivity, crazy. She brings AoE decreased defense and weaken on the A2 on a 310 cooldown. And then she also places the strengthen buff and the increased speed buff on all allies as well. She has like deny revive attempts as their passive skill, so she's unbelievable she's unbelievable into actually more PvE content than you'd think, right? You're considering Ice Golem and its ads. Just denying the revive attempt on those ads completely eviscerates the Ice Golem's damage. Denies revive against Frostbiter. In arena, obviously, this is going to be clutch. Yeah, she's just a crazy as hell champion, man. And I'm actually getting squeakily close as well to Lydia as well, man. So I'm pretty goddamn excited about that. Okay, man. Did I miss any of the super insane, awesome, must-build free champions, man? I kind of feel like I could have included a few more in this list. An honorable mention could actually be... where is he, man? Where is he? Archmage Helmet. It depends on how much you plan on using him on your account and, you know, how much you feel you need some extra wave control on your account. But if you can build him up with 100% crit rate and good accuracy, you know, 100% land rate stun, not 100% land rate stun, but very, very high land rate stun once fully booked up. Also all kinds of buffs as well on his A3. Just a great, great champion to build out if you're needing that early game wave control. And you get him quite early on from secret rooms in Doom Tower as well. So there's definitely a few honorable mentions that I could throw on in here. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and leave it here for now, man. Those are my picks, man. What are yours? Make sure to go ahead and drop them down below. And hey, man, while you're down there, why not sign up to Raid for a brand new Raid account, a brand new Raid adventure, and take advantage of some of these free champions all over again, and see if you can do better than your first attempt at Raid, right? Setting up a second free-to-play account for me has been such an awesome sort of adventure to reapproach the early game and see how much more efficient I could be and stuff. It's actually been way more fun than I was expecting, and I was expecting it to be pretty awesome. But there you go, man. That beginner promo link, best possible way to start your new Raid account for free epic champions. What more can I say? Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy this one, and I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man.